Getting now to the Home Run Derby, which we will see Monday on ESPN. The field has been set. We have our 8 guys. Let's take a look at that along with the rules changes this year. Gunnar Henderson leading the way.
Most home runs of any player not named Judge or Ohtani.
He's at 27 to this point this year, but he's also making his first career Derby appearance.
Yeah, and I think this bodes well. There's a couple lefties hitting it to the right field in that park is going to help them out tremendously.
What about that man, Marcell Ozuna from the Braves? He's at 23 so far this season. He's number 2 on the list.
Alden said earlier in the show the Braves would be in absolute trouble if not for Marcell Ozuna, how he's filled in the gap with the offense that has struggled generally this year.
First Derby appearance, but the number of home runs he's hit in his career, 5th most by any player making his Derby debut. Jose Ramirez, he lost in the first round of 2022. He had that injury to his hand that we didn't know about right away. Coming back this year, trying to win it as a switch hitter.
He's been wanting to do it for the last couple of years. I think he's going to hit right-handed. He told reporters he's going to decide the day of, but right-handed he thinks that's his strong side. And I think he's going to put on a good show. Teoscar
Hernandez joined the broadcast between the Phillies and the Dodgers and announced he is in. He said it's a dream of his to do this first home run derby. Will come on Monday. He's at 19 home runs this season.
Yeah, and what Alden said, he said, listen, this guy's BP is absolutely phenomenal. One of those guys you don't think it would be that good. You think he's a line drive hitter in batting practice, but wait and see what he does.
The veteran of the Derby field, the man who has won it twice, the man who's been in it 5 straight years, Pete Alonso. How many people discuss think he's going to win it? 2.
Yep. He's the easy pick because of the experience and the size and the pure power.
I'm just excited to see him doing squats in between his home run derby rounds.
I think he's doing cleans this year, so watch out.
The home crowd will be behind this guy. The Derby, obviously, All-Star weekend is in Arlington, and Adolis Garcia entering his 2nd Derby.
Will the pressure get to this guy? You guys don't think so?
No.
But I've seen pressure get to a lot of people on their home parks. We'll see what happens.
Only 3 people in Derby history have won at the home park. And then there's Bobby Witt Jr. making his first home run derby appearance, at least at Major League Baseball's level. He did win it when he was in high school, though.
Big Show Bob. That's what Lonnie Goldberg, the Rays scouting director, called him because he loves this stage and he's going to have a lot of eyes on him hitting in his hometown.
And he and Gunnar Henderson, MVP candidates in the American League, cool that they're in this.
And then Alec Bohm in it for the first time in his career. He was like, why are you doing this? He's like, well, they asked me. Of course I'm going to do it.
This guy, watch out for him. Energy, his focus is going to be there. And he's just not, there's no
sleeper
pick. Watch out. That is the sleeper pick. In my opinion, we'll see what happens.
He would be the most surprising winner ever,
yes,
right?
So gone are brackets this year. This Derby will look different from derbies in the past in an effort to maybe modify the pace, reduce the injury, and of course the fatigue. So the first round, you've got all 8 hitters. The top 4 advance. The tiebreaker is the longest home run in that round. And then seeding after round 1 is based on the number of homers hit every round thereafter. First and second rounds, 3 minutes or a maximum of 40 pitches. The final round, 2 minutes or a maximum of 27 pitches. There's no more bonus time, but there's still a bonus section. And in that, you get 3 outs. And then, of course, if you hit a home run that's north of 425 feet, you do get a bonus 4th out. Again, your pick is?
Adolis Garcia.
Polar bear.
Pete Alonso.
No one actually cares who I think, but I'm going to go with Jose Ramirez just to be different.
I like it.
All right. Do we like the rules this year?
I love it. I think it's
too.
kind of like the 3-point competition in the NBA where it's a timed event, but you know how many shots you're going to put up. And I think as this event goes on, as the years go on, when guys train for this, they're going to realize how to get 40 swings in the most efficient way possible. I think it's really cool to have a governor like that.
Because remember, if you take a pitch, that still counts as one of your pitches.
2 big factors. Who's going to throw to you and where you hit and the position you hit is going to factor. Because if you're hitting first, you're sitting there like, oh, man, I might make, I might not. If you're hitting third, 4th, or last, depends on how many home runs you need to hit. So factors play in all this.
Yeah, players have been concerned privately when you talk to them about doing the event. They say how tired they are. The home run derby in the past with this rapid-fire sprint type of thing, that doesn't replicate anything that you guys do on a baseball field other than the home run derby. So I think the players are going to like this better, where they're not completely gassed, like you're talking about Vladimir Guerrero Jr. last year, completely exhausted at the end. I think it'll be more fun.
And I like, too, the 3-out bonus time, right? It's not timed. You get 3 outs. So then we get to see some of the traditional home run derby we saw before with guys taking their time, going max effort for 3 outs.
Or you get on a roll like Todd.
Right. You just get
like
on a roll and
Still
you
have
keep
a
going,
chance.
you
Yep.
keep going, and
Always
keep going.
have a chance.
Speaking of this man, he was the last, no, not the last guy, the second to last guy who won it at home back in 2015, the Derby at Great American Ballpark. Your brother pitched for you that one, and we blame Charlie for the new rules. Or do we credit him? Either way.
I'm crediting him.
Yes.
The Charlie Frazier rule,
There
because
we
he
go.
was the first pitcher to really go rapid fire. He and Todd demonstrated to the rest of the baseball world, this is how you do the home run derby with the clock.
All right, so here are, we told you about the rules changes. Here's how the flow of the night is going to work. The competition flow, the first round, obviously you get all 8 hitters, the top 4 advance. The tie is broken, obviously, by the longest home run in the first round. Buster brought up a really interesting conversation earlier about who, if you could pick from all time, would be in like your dream derby. Do you want to go first, or like this is
Sure,
yours?
I'll
Like,
lead
you
it
want to
off.
go
It
first?
does
Okay.
feel like this is one of
All
those
right.
conversations you would love to have in a bar, right?
Yeah.
Over a beer, okay?
All
so
time.
all-time home run derby field, if you
Yep.
could generate it. To me, you go to the top of the leaderboard. Babe Ruth.
Yep.
Josh Gibson. Barry Bonds. Henry Aaron. You start with those 4, okay? 4 most prolific home run hitters. Then you go with Mickey Mantle, who goes down in history as being a guy who, with these epic home runs, 560 feet, he would be in mind. Ken Griffey Jr., 3-time winner of the Derby, the show that he put on, the first guy to hit the warehouse in Camden Yards. Reggie Jackson, Mr. October, he's in there, and Aaron Judge. I mean, this biggest position player in Major League history, 6'7", 282.
We have the same list.
You
Not gonna
really?
lie. We have the same
8
list.
for 8?
Yeah, I didn't think you'd put Aaron Judge in there.
No
Aaron
way.
Judge is on
All
my
right,
list.
well,
Why not?
yeah.
Okay,
You
but wait,
went
Todd,
why-
you're wrong. Tell us
hold
who's on your list.
Why
No,
can you
listen.
not have Shohei? If you have Babe Ruth, what player is compared to him more
That's
than
not a bad
anyone
call.
else?
Shohei has to
Shohei.
prove himself. Sorry. No.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm going Ken Griffey, Babe Ruth. I like that. Barry Bonds, I like that. I'm going Mark McGwire. Okay, those are a couple
Oh, I
I
have
have.
That's
Sammy.
reasonable.
I have Sammy on mine.
I got Sammy Sosa. I got Bo Jackson. He can hit the ball in absolute. I'm not going by prolific top 4 guys
Right.
like
What
you.
about
You're
Willie
going by
Mays?
numbers. I'm going by that. I'm going Josh Hamilton. Remember the show? we put
Josh
on?
Hamilton's a great
The
Absolute
greatest
monster
derby
show.
round
Josh
ever.
Hey,
Hamilton's
but
a great
listen, my
call.
last pick, people don't understand his BP was the best ever. Ichiro Suzuki could hit a home
that's a
run
good call, too.
on demand. And then
like that.
Alonso, if he wins number 3, I'm taking Josh Hamilton.
Did anyone have Willie Mays?
No.
No, we
I
did
was-
not have Willie Mays.
I was going to pick Ryan Klesko, but I got bullied out of it by Buster Olney. That was a nostalgia
What
pick for
about-
me.
Hey,
Ryan
you have the same
Klesko.
picks as him. That's
Did I bully you into matching my list?
Yeah, I did.
Sorry
Albert
about
Pujols?
that. Man.
Pool's not bad. Yeah.
I like Pujols.
If you
I
thought.
take the other 8, though.
I mean, I totally put Sammy Sosa on my list because I'm a child of Chicago and I grew up that way. Here's a look at the Derby field, the actual Derby field. Gunnar Henderson down to Alec Boehm. You will see it take place from Arlington on Monday.